Okay, so hi and welcome back to Hardcore Hotline. Today we are sitting down with Adam Easterling, the vocalist from the band Orthodox. Adam, first off, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for calling me in.
Yeah, that is so amazing. We are mildly excited to have you here, and I'm sure the feeling is super mutual. Aaron, for anyone who hasn't heard your band, which is so many people. Can you give us an idea of what other better band you might sound like?
Um, if you like Slipknot, you've got a slim chance of enjoying my music, but um, we don't have the cool masks or anything. It's kind of just
Oh,
like yeah, I know. It's like half the members and half the production, but just as much passion. So, if you like Slipknot a little bit, maybe we get there.
yeah, and which of us can say that we've never liked Slipknot at one point? The early 2000s were a wild time. Do you think you can gain more members so that you can become Slipknot? I think that might be an interesting tactic.
If we made more money and could afford a bigger vehicle,
Mm.
maybe, but it's pretty hard to stuff nine people and their instruments into a Chevy.
How did you get started with orthodontist?
We I tried out for a band with people who haven't been in the band in a very long time, and they liked what I did, and that's how it all started back in 10 years ago, almost 11 years ago.
Was it sort
Yeah.
of like America's Got Talent?
They didn't have the buzzer, but they did spin in chairs a lot.
Mm.
It was kind of confusing, to be honest.
Well, when you have a spinny chair, you can't help but spin in it. It takes all of our willpower to not spin in this chair, so I can
Yeah,
understand that. But it would have been nice if they had the buzzer so you could know which one of your band members don't actually like you.
it probably buzz a lot these days, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. So were you in any bands before this one?
Not anything notable before. After Orthodox started, at one point, I played drums in a band called Daisy Head, and I also played drums in a band called Purgatory, but that's about it.
Wow, those are some names. So, why do you think that Orthodox has stuck while your old bands are just an embarrassing memory?
Well, Purgatory just broke up.
Probably because
You
they don't
know,
have a drummer.
I, you know, I wasn't there for it, but Daisy Head is still rocking and rolling. They I wouldn't call them as embarrassing, but
hmm hmm
maybe just a little softer. So
Okay, okay. So they were possibly embarrassing when you were in it, but now they've grown and changed, and now they're new, different
that's
people.
that's why they kicked me out. Yeah, I was embarrassing.
We can see that for sure, for sure. So, Alex, we read in an old interview that Orthodox is straight edge. Is that still true, or are you posers?
Uh, we are still straight edge, but that doesn't negate the poser part. Like I said, really want to be Slipknot, but don't have
hmm
the capacity. So
Yeah, it does make us wonder how many Slipknot fans are straight edge, or are we just gatekeeping it to keep it in the hardcore punk community?
we got at
hmm
least four of them. That's us.
Yeah. Well, at Furnace Fest last year, there was at least nine straight edge people, which was a great crowd for Earth
Whoa,
Crisis.
that's
Yeah,
great.
big
Yeah.
numbers. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure, for sure. We had a lot drop off after that. Even though you are straight edge, would you say that you are a straight edge band, or are you just a band of people who happen to be straight edge?
We aren't a straight edge band in the same way that like Magnitude and Inclination are, where it's like very in your face, but a lot of our music does drive from experiences that have led us to be straight edge and so on. So I would say that we are a straight edge band, just not quite in like the hardcore punk way.
Straight edge, but you don't want anyone to know. Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we have all of that cleared up, let's talk about what you're doing now, which is at least two things. So you just put out an album not too long ago called Learning to Dissolve,
Mm.
which, you know, that's a name. And you're about to head out on tour with Gideon. How'd you get set up on that tour?
We've known the Gideon guys for a really long time, and I think they finally just felt bad enough that they hadn't
Hmm.
taken us out yet. They were like, "Yeah, I mean, may as well throw them the bone," and so now we're going on tour with them. So
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
sweethearts, those guys.
Yeah. Oh, they're just the charity that they put
Yeah.
out. So nice, so nice. We always like to ask, what state are you not looking forward to touring in? And it
Hmm.
can't be Ohio. That's cheating.
Well, two of our members are from there, so yeah,
Ugh.
state I'm least looking forward to.
Yeah, there's always
Hmm.
one. It's okay. They're not listening anyway.
That's probably true. I don't think Salt Lake City likes us much, so probably Utah.
Oh, okay. All right. Why do you think? There's many reasons we can think of, but why do you think that they don't like you?
Just a speculation.
No, okay, so then what state or which area, and you can't say Tennessee, are you most looking forward to visiting?
Oh, Texas, 100%.
Texas.
Texas
Why?
whips ass.
Do the okay. How
Oh
many
my
dates do you
God.
have in Texas?
Unfortunately, only two, but we would do
Mm.
like a straight up week in Texas. It's just
It's a very
unreal.
large state. It's
Yeah, honestly,
incomprehensible.
yeah. But Texas is like almost, we've had shows in Texas that competed with like our hometown shows. They were that good. So,
Wow. Have you toured with any like notable bands that other people are like, "Ooh, that's a great band to tour with." Or have you had shows with
uh,
any of them?
yeah, we toured with, well, shows. We just played Whitechapel's Christmas show. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh,
Um,
festive.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
aside from that, we did tour with the Acacia Strain and Kubla Khan, and then a band called Dying Wish that has played 1,000 shows since that tour. So
Yeah, I believe Dying Wish does nothing but tour.
yeah,
I
I
don't know
don't
how
think
they
they own
have the
houses
energy.
or have
I
houses. Yeah, they're
no,
just
no, I think it's just a bus.
yeah,
But whatever works for them, and it seems to because they're selling out shows everywhere they go. Do you sell
yeah.
out shows everywhere you go?
Not everywhere, but
Mm, okay.
sometimes some
Sometimes,
places.
some places.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure. We won't look into that. We'll just take your word for it. Completely, totally. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, and speaking of Gideon, they're playing Furnace Fest, and you are also playing Furnace Fest. You guys are playing the Shed Bash,
Hmm.
which is a fun way of saying there's only one stage on Friday.
Yep.
What can attendees expect from your set? We don't know what time you're playing. I'm guessing it's going to be 6 a.m., but what can we expect?
I mean, you can expect that No Cure is playing before us and Vane is playing after us. So during our set, you can expect our songs will be played to the best of our ability, and we're gonna have a great time.
Hmm.
And yeah, Waltz of Jericho is also playing after us. So
Okay, all right. So if you like No Cure, and then it'll be you at some point. So if they don't like you, then maybe they can get something from Corn
yeah,
King.
just yeah, exactly. Get a snack, sit back, and just endure.
Do you think that people will be able to stage dive pretty routinely during your set? The
I,
Shed is a place where stage diving has become an art form or a super embarrassing place where you fall directly into the barrier.
I would say it depends on if there's the barrier and
We've heard rumors that there may not be barricades, but uh, that could be a complete lie, in which case, whoops.
if there's no barricade, I would imagine we'll have a couple of participants, but otherwise,
Participants.
I don't know that we're worth the risk, that Olympic leap.
Yeah. I think that the middle-aged people at Furnace Fest might want to save that for a special occasion, but if there
Like
is,
Hatebreed, who's also playing after us. You
yeah,
know,
that I believe that's just going to be like a ride at Disney where you just line up and then you just go, you jump and see what happens. So,
roped off, fast passes, all that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I wonder who will get a fast pass. That'll be fun. Andrew, have you ever been to Furnace Fest before?
I haven't.
Wow. Okay, why not? Why do you hate Furnace Fest?
It's not particularly Furnace Fest. I just am not a big fest person just because large groups of people, if I'm not like there for an objective, kind of stress me out a little bit. So I
Okay.
don't go to a ton of festivals, but also the last 2 years when Furnace Fest was happening, I had other things, other obligations. Otherwise, I would have tried to make the trip down.
What were you doing last year?
We were playing. We played a show. We actually played a sold out show in Atlanta, and then the next day we played a very not sold out show in Greensboro with
Mm.
a band called Unearth. So
Wow. How many people were at that Unearthed show?
not enough to sell it out.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
gonna take that as no one showed up to see your show. That is to be expected, though. So, who are you staying for the whole weekend, or are you just gonna be there on Friday and then you're gonna get the heck out of there?
If we're obviously going to try to play shows around the festival, so if we can line it up to be there for the whole fest, I would like to be just because A Plea for Purging is playing, and I'd really like to see that. But aside from that, I have no guarantee.
Mm,
So
mm-hmm. So, besides Plea for Andy, sorry, purging, who else are you looking forward to seeing play?
they've only announced like 6 bands, right?
No,
No. Oh, well, then I missed
no.
the announcement.
What? Wow. Well, that's fine. Not everyone can be as well informed as we are.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Okay, then how
Four
about
Hands
this?
playing. They're very good. I like that
Yes.
band a lot.
Yeah, they are. Okay. There's a band that you know. So let's pretend that you have seen an imaginary lineup.
Okay.
What band are you excited to see on this imaginary lineup?
Comeback Kid.
Oh, they play every festival in the world. We actually spoke with Andrew before Furnace Fest last year, and we asked him if he would play every festival again, and he said as long as they ask him back. So maybe you'll get lucky. Um,
That'd be fantastic. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, he has a tattoo that says for sure. So he's big fans of ours, obviously.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. For
we're just gonna,
sure.
yeah, we're just gonna say that it's because of us. Okay, so now that we have gotten through that you are a poser, you know nothing about Furnace Fest, and sometimes you sell out shows, is there anything else that you'd like our callers to know?
No, if I said something that upset you during this broadcast, I mean,
Hmm.
just come let me know, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, should they come with like ready to start a brawl? I don't think that the people who listen to this are in any way, shape, or form ready to start a brawl, but just in
Oh,
case.
I don't know if I give off any sort of violent vibe, but that was not
No,
intended.
no,
So
no, you don't. You don't at
yeah,
all. Yeah, yeah, you look like we're gonna find you at Brooks Brothers at the mall, but that's
I
fine.
do love Brooks and his
Yeah,
dough. So
yeah, maybe get a little Auntie Anne's pretzel after that. Well, that is all of the time that we have today. You can catch Adam and his little band Orthodox on tour with Gideon, like you said, over the next couple of months, and also at Furnace Fest at the Shed Bash on Friday. And you can definitely pretend you're real life friends or enemies with him. How dramatic, how fun. And don't forget to listen to their new album, Learning to Dissolve. And we will see you next time.